Alright, so I'm going to be playing in Penny Dreadful, what day is it? Sundays, with Simic High Tide. So, we don't have High Tide this season, but High Tide is still possible, I guess, because you can just play Turnabout for mana. And that's really good with Sapphire Medallion because it also lets you set up really well, because it discounts like pieces of the puzzle, Shimmer Possibility, Bond of Insight. And then you just like Turnabout a few times, you either Desire or do the Bond Twin Cast loop, which is you play Bond, you play Twin Cast, and the copied Bond returns both Twincast and Turnabout, and if Turnabout plus Twincast is mana neutral or mana positive, that's infinite. So I added green to this list because Early Harvest is really good, because Turnabout is the only way to make mana currently, we don't even have hidden strings. So having Early Harvest is really nice. And then Harrow also because to be mana positive with Turnabouts you need mana in play, and also lets you get a second green mana for Early Harvest. And then I'm playing E-Wilds because you can't play non-basics because Early Harvest requires basics, so can't play duels, just have to play E-Wilds. And you don't want very many green sources in the deck because all of the cantrips and whatever are blue. So yeah, I'm going to be playing this in the tournament. It's actually surprisingly not terrible. Usually this kind of thing would just be abysmal and lose to pretty much everything. And the aggro matchup is definitely bad, but I think the matchup threat in general is just okay. So it's not the worst thing ever. In fact, there's a possibility I bring it to the 500 because I haven't really been liking control because it's so bad into aggro. I mean, this is no better into aggro, I'd imagine, but it is also just it's a deck that I really like. So I might be doing some post-match analysis of the combo lines as well, because I am quite invested in the combo lines of a deck like this. But yeah, let's see how I do. Alright, it's round one. This hand is kind of questionable. Like, it has Sapphire. If I draw a third land, Harrow feels Dig. I think I don't want this, though. It's like the same hand. At least it's Baral this time, which actually works with the Harrow. Alright, so they played a Mud Button Curse Tosser, which does actually kill Baral if they have a sack outlet, so now I really wish I had the Sapphire instead. Like, I can't play Baral, can I? Because I have Bombardment, Skirk Prospector, and if they just play, like, a 2-drop, there's a good chance they still have, like, a Bombardment. I really want to just draw a land for Harrow. What is this? Grenzo? Okay. There's the island. I'm not sure what I do here. Do I just go Harrow Brawl? I guess maybe that's the play. Get double island. I don't really want 2 islands and 2 forests, even though I want 2 forests eventually. Having 3 islands, 2 forests is also a little questionable, but it's better. And then at 6 lands, you just want 4 islands, 2 forests for sure. Because early harvest costs double green. Okay, that sucks. They don't get the mana from it, though. I guess it doesn't matter. need some things here. Because right now I have nothing going on. It's not the best. That is my second forest. I have one more. I just find forest here because I don't even have a sapphire. And sapphire is the reason you don't want too many forests, because if your blue spells don't cost generic mana, you just can't use your forests. But since that's not a problem, I just get forest, I think. I can potentially win here. I don't really need to, though. Unless they can't interact with that. They don't have, like, main deck Earwig Squad. Which doesn't kill me regardless. Or does it? They would have to take Twin Cast. Oh, they take the... Interesting. They take the enchantment that is a Blood Artist. So I go Forest. If I draw a land... I guess this might be fine to just play the commit. Because I can't try to go off. I mean, like... I could get to 10 mana. And then play pieces. It's not impossible for that. I mean, that's decent. If I get something into Desire, and like Early Harvest Turnabout make more mana. I feel like I don't want to, though. But like... I'm completely dead to a different Blood Artist effect. If I commit the first. Am I? I'm not quite dead to the Goblin one. But I... No, I am. Because I have Mog Fanatic. And they could just Grenzo for another one, potentially. They have infinite mana, but surely they would have played it over the Matron if they had it. I feel like going off is just not likely enough to work. If I drew a land, I would have, for sure. I mean, I would have had to if I didn't have commit. But a land would have been very good for giving me mana. I could have gone like Turnabout Twin Cast and then play pieces with Turnabout still in hand. Okay, so they just do this. Oh, I could have played commit on the Skirk. That might have been the play. Now I can't because... Yeah. I probably should have done that when they attacked. Or just on their upkeep, maybe. Well, I guess I'm not dead if they have to sack some things. Okay, so Baral just... It was already dead, but, you know. Okay, that's interesting. Do I just lead with Early Harvest Twincast? I think I might. Because that lets me pieces... That puts me to 10 mana, I pieces to 7. Yeah, I think I do that. I'm losing so much mana by not having the land drops. Bond plus Harrow. Is this lethal? Yes. Right? Because I can go... I don't even need Harrow. Wait, no, I don't have a Twin Cast or anything. Is Harrow better than Turnabout here? I think it is. Because I already have 2, and I might find another. So I got double island here. I just play Bond. Desire should just win. Memory could also win. I don't have dig through time though, so I can't exile lands from the yard. That's annoying. I have a bond. I do have a bond in the yard. So I can just go this plus early harvest. Wait, hold on. Is turnabout or twin cast lethal, I mean? No, not even close. So I go early harvest plus bond. I go bond. Where's desire? It's a 2 of, right? And I haven't hit dig through time either? Really? Not having a discounter is so bad here. It means that I really need to have a Alliance Desire, I mean. Otherwise I just can't make enough mana. So yeah, playing the Hera was very good there. Now I just do this and play the Memory. Which is annoying because I have a good chance of just dying with this. I do have 6 extra mana after the Memory though. Let's see it. So, is this just lethal? Because I have early harvest, so... Wait, I haven't hit a land drop? What? Okay. So I early harvest. So I have 7 mana. Go to 11. Yeah, easily, right? And Sapphire does nothing here. I could just play it anyway, but whatever. I guess I will play it anyway. Right? Yeah, so I just go early harvest plus twin cast. There's the desire. So this is infinite mill. Yeah, I think this was a very good showing for the green cards in this deck. They basically had no downside. I mean, I guess the E-Wilds being tap lands earlier in the game. Well, like, the green mana wasn't really a problem with not having enough blue sources here. And early harvest was incredible, because I just didn't have a discounter, and it still made a good amount of mana for being less mana than turnabout. And just having more turnabouts was also super important. So I have Archmage's Charm to actually win the game. And then I guess I want a counterspell. Why do I not have either? Wait, I do have Archmage's Charm in the deck, right? Okay, there it is. I don't have a counterspell because it was just commit. Well, Charm is a counterspell. And it actually... No, it actually can't be. If it's on the stack. That's fine. Okay. So, it's Goblins, which is a slower aggro deck. That's good for me. Engulf is good here. Removes all of their creatures. Baral is definitely worse than Sapphire. This is where I wish I had 4 Sapphire. Repeal is good here, I think. It could miss. You could lose a draw because of the sack outlets, is the main problem. Don't want leak on the draw. So just shave whatever. Maybe Baral is kind of just bad. I don't need Charm here. I guess they... No, they can never do anything on their upkeep. And they're never going to prevent decking. Though, actually. So they have Earwig Squad, which does just win the game. But like, they never just take like Bond, right? Or Desire. They always take a Twin Cast. And they can never take every Bond. So, the Charm kill doesn't work unless you have double Twin Cast. If you have Charm, you can put a Memory on the stack, and then you can put a Charm on the stack for card draw targeting them. And then you make infinite mana with Twin Cast plus Memory to just keep turnabouting and early harvesting. And then at some point you can start twin casting Charm as well as the Memory once you have enough mana. And eventually you'll have enough Charms on the stack to just kill them. But you need double twin casts for that, because you have to be hitting the Memory as well. But like if they just extract twin casts for the Bond loop, then that doesn't work anyway. But I feel like they might extract Bond, I don't know. Or like Desire or something? I don't know if they realize that I have to have twin cast. Because Earwig Squad doesn't look at hand, so they don't know if I have a win con in hand. But Rise is kind of terrible against Goblins, I think. I think the question is like Cryptic mostly. And I guess I don't care. It's too slow to do anything. Because it doesn't counter the big things. Like Earwig Squad. I mean, Repeal is a cantrip. If this hand finds lands, it's a pretty easy Desire with a lot of Storm. I mean, I could repeal the token immediately. I feel like that would be bad. I'm just gonna find a forest. So I can repeal the Headliner. Okay, that's a lot of untappers, so I mean if I get to 5 lands, I do just win. That isn't looking so easy with my current hand, though. Maybe I should have just already repealed for that reason. They never sack this in response. That would just be weird. Harrow? I mean, it is a land. It's worse than a land drop, even if I find a land drop. I mean, not necessarily, but it is. Earwig Squad, this could be. It is. Okay, well, they have to take both twin casts. That's the only way they can actually kill me. Because if they take 3 bonds, I still have 1 more. And there's nothing else that really matters. Well, I mean, they could... No. In theory, this could take all 3 forests, but I don't need green to win. And I can early harvest with 1 forest. If I get to 5 lands, because I can leave 1 untapped while I play turnabout. So what did they take? Oh. Well then. I mean, Sapphire's okay. Pretty good here. Not as good as a land, but I can't win anyway. Maybe I do take Rise then. Don't know. I guess I'll play Rise. Or do I just, like, play Leak on the play? I think I just play Leak, maybe. I don't know about this. Just because I missed land drops and had way too many turnabouts, I'm playing Slight over a turnabout. But it is interesting if I actually want all 8 untappers. And it's possible I cut early harvest first, but does not work. Very similar hand. It does beat Earwig Squad. So I throw back one of the digs, which is a 2 of. So I can go turn 2 Slight, plus get a forest. Try to find an island. Or another E-Wilds. Curse Tosser. So Baral is bad as always. Okay then. I have lands. It is nice. The green is actually quite good for dig through time because of both E-Wilds and Harrow, putting extra cards in the yard. So they play the 2-3, okay. Can't do anything here. I guess I could twin cast a card they play. I am just sacking an island for double island here. No need to get double green yet. So this could just be the Prowl card. It looks... oh, it is. Okay. No, it's not. It's Boggart Mischief. So they just put it on this thing. That is a very strong card. It's a Blood Artist that is harder to remove. That also just makes two 1/1s when it enters, which is so strong. Ooh, and Golf is very good here. Because they don't have a sack outlet right now, they don't get any of their death things. They can't do anything at instant speed, I think, so if they play like a bombardment or whatever, I just engulf in response. But they probably just attack first if they have that. So, I just engulf right now. And none of their things die. Huge tempo loss for them, they lose some of their burn. And if they have the Prowl card, they can't even play it here. Not that it actually wins or anything. So, we'll see if I can win next turn. Well, I go pieces here. See what I get. Would love a land at some point. That is terrible. That is actually game losing. Do I need to just dig? I might. That's so bad. That's so bad. That piece is just finding one of the worst cards in my deck at the time. And just only one card as well. This is just so incredibly bad. Because now what do I even do here? I can't play Brawl. It does nothing. Early Harvest I can't even play until I find a turnabout. It's not like I can bond into it. So what can I even do here? I have to play Dig and hope to hit something. And it has to be Island, I think. I need to like hit a forest at some point probably. Maybe not. I need to cut a turnabout, which sucks here. I could die technically. Is it even that hard? Because I have the 2-3 in hand. Am I dead? I might just be dead. I think I... No, I don't think I quite am. No, I am. I am just dead, right? Because they just sack... I'm already at 9. I'm just dead. Easily. Yeah. Because they just play the 2-3 off their... one of their goblins. And then they just have 6 from the 2/1/1s. So they have 1 more than lethal. Yeah. Wait, what? They have lethal on board. What are they doing? They have lethal on board. What am I supposed to do here? Just hope they never see it? Okay, what is happening? There's turnabout? I can't even twin cast it though. This is so annoying. Why did I draw 3 bonds? I can't really do anything here. Like, what does Desire do? Nothing. I have to go Island. I can't twin cast it. I think I have to take Island. But I just have a lethal in play. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. I mean, early harvest turnabout. That's pretty good. I tapped... I couldn't have tapped any better, right? Wait, how can I ever play early harvest? How... I'm just dead? Oh, that's so annoying. I needed a forest, I just didn't find one. Or an E-Wilds. Though, if I had E-Wilds this turn, I wouldn't have even had the mana. I needed the dig I played last turn to find a green source. Or I needed to have Harrow. Because early harvest just wins. It's guaranteed lethal if they don't see they're lethal. And by the way, I can't even... No, I can beat their lethal if I have like 2 twin casts and I just mill them out in response. Actually, I set it out Charm, so I can't even kill them until they untap. But is there a single thing I can find here? I don't think so. I need to check. Yeah, even if they do nothing with their board, I just can't do anything. Because, like, I play Bond. Into what? Repeal? Hero doesn't find enough mana. I don't even have... Wait, do I even have the 3rd green source anymore? No, I milled it, just with that. Yeah. Just not having the 2nd green source killed me. I would have won otherwise. Unless they saw their lethal. But, no, what is that? Okay. Post-match analysis here. So, in Game 3, my opponent has a lethal in play, but they somehow just don't see it or something. So, I'm kind of just going off. Actually, I should talk about this. So, if I go... I haven't had a land drop yet, so if I go Dig Through Time plus Twin Cast, I go down to 1 island, 1 forest. I have 14 looks to find both forest and early harvest, and then that just is deterministic lethal with Bond Twin Cast loop. Or is that deterministic lethal? Because I have... No. It does just win because of the multiple bonds, though, right? Yeah, that would just win for sure. I bond into like early harvest plus turnabout or early harvest. And if the double dig, I also find 2 more cards, so that could be like turnabout easily, or just like desire. So I should have done that probably. And it still loses to them seeing their lethal, though no, I mentioned this in the match, but if I do the loop, I can't win at instant speed because I sided out Archmage's Charm. So if they, even on their upkeep, they could just see the lethal. But I would have deterministic otherwise if I just found early harvest forest pretty much. And then also, so I just played 1, and then I had to take island plus turnabout here. So if I untap all my lands, I go to 7 mana. I can have either 2 green and 5 blue, or 6 blue, 1 green, and there's no reason to take the 6 blue, because there's no upside. I'm spending generic mana anyway. Wait, I actually did this right? No, it's here. So, why am I doing this? There is no reason to do this. I just spend an extra blue mana. I can still play turnabout. And all this does is prevent me from playing early harvest. And I actually see early harvest, so I could have a green floating, which would let me take early harvest. I actually can't twin cast it though, can I? So would this be lethal? So I would have 2 blue, 2 green. I go early harvest to 1 blue, and then have 7 blue, 1 green. And then I turnabout to... Right, so I have 7 blue, 1 green. I go down to 3 blue, 1 green. Go up to 9 blue, 2 green. And that's just lethal with the bond twin cast loop. So yeah, I just missed lethal here as well. Well, the other one wasn't missed lethal, it was just a bad decision. But this one was like this one was deterministic if they didn't see it, right? Because now I just can't even cast the early harvest, and I just didn't realize that for some reason. I don't know why I even took it. I guess nothing else was relevant. I had a dig, I guess. But yeah, I threw several ways here. I mean, my opponent was also they had lethal on board the entire time, so maybe it didn't matter, they would have noticed on their upkeep. But yeah, I played that terribly. I just wanted to point out that there were definitely some better lines I could have taken here. Alright, it is round 3. I got a bye in round 2. I think if I win this match, I make it to top 4, because it's 3 rounds of Swiss in a top 4. Opponent is on a Yorion pile. Possibly good for me. Do put back twin cast, I think. What does it mean? Selesnya? Could be more. I guess it could be my list. I would be surprised if anyone was playing that, though. But I did win a tournament with Selesnya Yorion. Regardless of what they're doing, it should be a good matchup. Okay, they're doing Gruff Triplets. So... I don't know. It's just, like, I guess it does something with blinking, but mostly it's just like a ramp mid-range payoff. And they are ramping. They can play the triplets next turn. And if they can kill one of them, they get more power that turn after. Are they turn 5 killing regardless, though? I want, like, a repeal. So I get island. Okay, so I go Harrow. Am I gonna have to go for lethal? Probably. Because they play the triplets. Oh yeah, easily. I would need like... I would need like an actual way to remove the sentinel, right? And even that wouldn't even be enough. Because I have the pilgrims, as well as potentially the map token. So I think I will have to win here. So I play the triplets. I really need a discounter. I kind of forgot that discounters are good after last game, because Baral was pretty terrible. But this hand desperately needs a Sapphire or Baral. Wait, what am I finding? I sack Forest, so I need double Forest. 5 lands. Desire. So... Harvest puts me to 7. I can bond, get Harvest back, which I think I have to do that. I just play Bond here, and if I hit another untapper, I can Desire. Okay, I hit Early Harvest and Turnabout. I can't take Harrow, which is annoying. It does have to be Turnabout, I think. And then I have to just play Desire here. I could pieces into Harrow, but then I can't Desire unless I also have something else. I think I just have to play Desire, and if I hit mana, I win. And I mean, I do have more mana now than before. I guess I'm not playing the full 4 Desires, but I wasn't before either. This might be a bad play, but... Oh, wait, Harrow is also... mana. Okay, so I played Dig because it makes my Desire more likely to hit mana. Oh, commit. Okay. I'm dead. But why can't I hit that? Just one. I'm actually just dead, right? Or all could have blocked. But they just have lethal, so... Needed some kind of mana, and I guess Harrow wouldn't have done it. No, because if I also hit commit, it could have let me play Brawl. Which they probably couldn't remove. It depends what they have. It does kind of look like my list, but I wasn't playing Gruff Triplets. I was playing Cord and Huntsman's Redemption, though, and Sentinel, and the Dorks. I don't know, though. Should just be a good matchup, but yeah. Turn 5 kill. Can just beat this deck. Since they're on the play, right? And this deck typically wins on turn 5. Turn 4 is not very common, which maybe means the deck is just bad, but it's better at interacting and not getting interacted with than most decks. Most combo decks. I don't know if Leak is actually good. I kind of like Rise here. Maybe it's bad. What am I cutting? I guess. It might be easier for them to kill Sapphire than it is for them to kill Brawl. Because the Selesnya removal is terrible. It's like Brutal Cathar is your best thing, which is probably a Cord target. This hand... I think I mull. This is not much better. Where am I discounters. Why did I just never find them these days? Like, I would have just won last game if I had a discounter. Or would Sapphire have worked? Maybe not. I would have at least built an extra storm. I mean, if I had it before the combo, it would have definitely worked. They're mulling. How much are they mulling? To 5. And they're probably keeping 5. Deciding what to throw back. So presumably it's an easy game too. My hand is also not great though. I have leak to stop their threat. Okay, they kept 5. That is not particularly good. I need both lands and a discounter. I really wanted one of those with slight, or at least a way to find one of them, not just 2 expensive cards. So I play Dork. I don't care that much about their 3. And I need to play Shimmer, I think. Find a land. So like Hera would let me... It's basically just a land drop because I can still leak. Okay, are they missing a land drop? Or are they trying to play tap land? That's probably tapped. Doesn't necessarily mean they don't have it though. That is a terrible draw. Wow. It's gonna be another game where I just draw infinite turnabouts with no lands in play and no discounters. Like, why am I not drawing any discounters? Gotta counter that. That's a lot of tempo to kill me with. It does look like my list though, just with some changes. I mean, I guess I'll put Laris in hand, it doesn't do anything. Is there a reason to put Laris in hand? I guess if I discard it to hand size, it feels dig. That's the main thing. Though if I just like play of memory without discarding it, it is a downside, I guess. So Invasion... The Gobakon is really annoying because it kind of just destroys a twin cast. Not necessarily though, because I could still like use it to combo. And even like hitting a early harvest could still be something. But yeah, I need multiple things here. I need both lands and gas. So I guess like gas could hit lands, as well as more gas. What did they hit? Another invasion? Or they hit a forest, okay. So, they have a lot of value off Yorion now. But they don't have Yorion in hand. They might have it in the deck as like a 1-of for Chord. It probably is. I guess like if I memory the Luris into the deck, and then I desire, I can play Luris, and then play a Sapphire from the graveyard. I can never play a green card off this. It's always Sapphire here. Like, if it gets destroyed, I really wish I had a land instead. But I gotta do this, I think. And now... I'm pretty close to winning if I just find some, like, any amount of gas. Is Bond of Insight... What does Bond of Insight do? It doesn't do the loop without an extra land. I would need an island, still. Or I guess a forest would also work. But they killed that. Okay, they got a 4-3. It's fine. They put Yorion in hand, I guess? Is that what they did? Wait, what did they spend mana on? Did they play another Gallant Citizen? No, okay. Terrible draw. Can I please find any amount of gas so I just win the game? Instead of finding half my untappers? Can they just play like a sorcery draw spell? They can play Yorion this turn. They probably do want to. I guess they're just trying to kill me quickly though. I mean, I guess I'm just turnabouting them next turn. Wait, how close is this? It's still pretty far, right? No, it's actually not that far. Okay, that's more than I expected. Wait, I threw. Did I not kind of throw? I should have played Turnabout there. Because now, they don't even need to activate the prairie. Maybe they do anyway, though. Because they can just... Yeah, that was a bad play from me. I mean, I just have infinite mana now. Any amount of gas kind of just wins. I wonder if they play around Turnabout. There's a good chance they do. It's just... I played that. I just did not count. I assumed it would be further off. Restless Prairie actually doing so much work here. Wow. Yeah, that was bad. I lose Brawl. And I would have been dead if I didn't have the Brawl. Oh, okay. They just didn't activate the prairie. They could find interaction. They can't find, like, Go Back On with this. They could find creature, artifact removal. Which barely matters when I have one. I guess with how little lands I have, maybe. Find Yorion. Get like infinite value. They probably find some interaction then. Because I have double Ixalan, double Citizen, an Oath of Nissa. So they could find like Acidic Slime. I don't know if they have like Elite Spellbinder. Knight of Autumn. Wait, they didn't find anything? Did they just choose not to take it? Because they would have to find like, I guess Battle, exactly Invasion of Ixalan, or Go Back On, I guess. Oath of Nissa, Chord. That's pretty much it. I guess Nissa, if they have that. Okay, well they have Go Back On. They have interaction then. Harrow. I just want Double Island, to be honest. But also, I just need any kind of gas, come on. Now they have Go Back On, which honestly is irrelevant. All that matters is gas. Like, I could technically lose because the gas is too expensive, but I don't know. So they take like Twin Cast here. It's never early harvest, right? And obviously it's not Turnabout. Let's see if they actually do the attack with Prairie thing. It could actually matter now that they have like Go Back On. How they get rid of my Burrow. But it probably just doesn't matter. I just draw land and die or something. And even Desire doesn't even win here. I just don't have enough storm anymore. Take harvest, and it doesn't really matter whether they take twin cast or harvest, it's kind of the same. I mean, I did thin the deck with Harrow. So, how much of my deck matters? My starting deck is like 22 land, 7 discounters, 8 turnabout. Wow. Okay. I just died. I could have activated Prairie if they just tapped a creature. Or did they already tap creatures? No. No, they didn't. Interesting, they named Turnabout. I'm actually just dead because of that. I need to go, like, dig into forest. I mean, yeah, I just got super unlucky with the draws, just never found any kind of gas. And now I have to find, like, a divination pretty quickly. So I can't play a doubler until I play, like, a forest. And how do I even find a forest? Because, yeah, I just need turnabout. I guess, like, commit? Does commit actually do it? I think it does, yeah. Commit actually wins. I mean, there's dig. It might be a turn too late, though. I can never twin cast this. Okay, so I need forest. Yeah, I mean, if I found this last turn, I would just at any point during this game I would have just immediately won. And now I'm dead because I found out the exactly immediately after it would have won. It stopped winning, I mean. Because now I just have no way of playing early harvest. I would need Harrow. I mean, I could still find Harrow. I can still play Dig. So I find Dig plus early harvest. And then I dig, and if it hits Harrow plus a land, I maybe still win. There's Harrow. Find forest? No. I can't take forest. Wait. Okay, I can find double forest, so I take Harrow land. I might actually win, still. I go Harrow, sacrifice the forest for double forest. Wait, I'm dead. I don't have gas, still. Yeah, I'm dead. I had to take that. So I had to take the early harvest, plus the other dig through time. I had to take Harrow, plus the land. So there's no out there. At no point could I play twin cast on a dig. So I have a ton of mana again, but there's just nothing to do with it, because I never found gas until I found that dig. Which is just too... Because I didn't have turnabout, I had to spend too much to try to find mana. So yeah, any kind of gas just wins here, even though I don't have turnabout. I would just win with any kind of gas. But yeah, I just got really unlucky. And it should just be the best matchup. It should be pretty much free. I mean, there's no free matchups with this version of Tide, because it's kind of just bad. But this should be a very favored matchup. Alright, it is the top 4 somehow. I went 0-2, but I got the bye in round 2, and Violet Avi dropped at 2-0. Or 2-1, I guess, because they conceded the last match. But I got 5th because of the bye at 1-2. And somehow made the top 4. My opponent went 3-0, and I went 0-2. I feel like we should not be fighting for a tournament win. They should be one of the better matchups, though. Certainly worse than the last matchup that I lost, though. Though, I don't know, they have a lot of hand tate, which this deck might be weak to. Okay, this is looking like a mono blue deck. Baral is just gonna die, so I don't think I even want to play it out. Maybe, if I play Baral and they don't immediately remove it, I can bond. I feel like I just wait until I can win in the same turn, though. Okay, the Cruel Claws. They take bond. It's probably just bond. It could be desire. They do take desire. So, I'm just gonna play bond next turn, I think. They just take that. Oh, and now it's the same problem as the other match where I just have no guess. Except this time it's actually because my opponent interacted. Okay, this Lurrus is actually quite relevant here, because I have all the snails that exile a card from my hand, and I can just pitch the Lurrus. Also Kaya. Yeah, maybe this deck is a bit weak to Google-Claws. It really shouldn't be, though. If I can get my card advantage down, it does kind of outpace the hand tate. And that's actually the only hand tate in their deck. Because the untargeted ones, I just get rid of whatever. So, yeah, I'm drawing 2 of those is very good against that. But I guess Desire was kind of bad here regardless. And yeah, like, the problem with this deck is you need so many things to actually win, that even just drawing card advantage isn't going to win me the game. But I guess maybe it could now. Because if I go Baral Turnabout Early Harvest, that's a ton of mana. Now that I have so many lands. Did they put Yorion in hand? They did. That's really bad for them to just put Yorion in hand. They have so many better plays. Like any of the snails, I guess. They're gonna have to hit Lurrus at some point if they're gonna play those. No way they just play Yorion. It looks like Yorion. They really just want the body. They just play Bitter Blossom instead. I feel like Yorion is better, but maybe they want the potential for ETBs. Okay, it's gonna be like last match, except not quite as bad, but like, I'm just gonna draw exclusively dead cards, pretty much. When all I need is card advantage. And they just have nothing. Like, their hand is actually terrible. Because they just have removal, right? They have removal, they have like Bitter Blossom, Yorion kind of things. They don't have Kaya, they don't have the snails, because they would have played those. So it's just like removal and lands. And even like a Raven Eagle they would have played when they played the Bitter Blossom. Like, they just have nothing. I guess they're just holding up. Or maybe they care about holding up like Abstruse. Or just other instant speed removal. They actually can't interact with the lands. Because Vindicate is not legal. So I'm allowed to just sack the forest for double forest, and that doesn't punish me. The reason I sack the forest for double forest instead of going like sack island for double, or like island plus forest, is because I never want more than 2 forests in play. And there's really no amount of islands where it stops being relevant to have more blue sources as opposed to like wastes. How is this happening? My deck is not that... Like, there are not that many non-cast cards in my deck. Like, yeah, it's more than half, but like, still. And I'll probably win regardless unless they draw like a Cruel... But no, like, Cruel Claws doesn't even matter. Like, what do they take here? Early Harvest. What? They took Turnabout because it potentially interacts with them, which matters more than the mana? That does make sense. So if I draw commit, I do need to play it. I need to play the memory immediately because of Kai's Guile. So I can't just like use it to interact. I feel like, yeah, they just want to hold up mana to interact with Brawl, but they maybe should have just played the Yorion for a faster clock. That seems more relevant, to be honest. That's pretty good. I'm gonna wait on it because, I mean, chances are they won't draw their 4th Crew Claws Heist with no card draw. That's fine. Are they just holding them to bait me into playing a land? That'd be a pretty good move. I guess. Maybe not. They probably don't even have more. So I just do this, see if I can actually find something. This is why Charm is not in the deck, or not. That's why I side it out, I guess. Look, what is this? I'm just gonna die. How do I find such nothingness? And it's kind of hard to believe that I draw this. I drew exactly Charm for Gas, and I drew 2 completely dead cards. I guess they build Storm sometimes. Am I dead? Should I am dead to... I was dead to Oath of Yorion there. I have to win this turn. How does this happen? How is that even possible? Is that not incredibly unlikely? Like, the chance that I draw that many cards and have no way to actually chain cards together? Isn't that incredibly unlikely? Yeah, and literally the next draw, I would have just drawn every card in my deck with how much gas I had. But somehow, even with infinite mana, I can't do anything. Like, how does this happen twice in a row? Where I'm just... I have literally enough gas to draw every single card in my deck. But it's just exactly on the turn after it would matter. I don't understand it. Like, can I even play Brawls? Like, they have so many dead removal spells that they're gonna have to play some, even if they side as many out as possible. I guess Leak is something. Sapphire's, like, still fine, I guess. Is Free Peel good? No, it doesn't really do anything. I think this is it. It's just so annoying. How do I find that little gas? I think that's incredibly unlikely. Because it's... Like, how many cards is it? I should probably count. How many cards draw other cards? And aren't just, like, turnabouts, lands, Harrow. And yeah, I had 2, so that entire game, I had Bond of Insight plus Desire, and they Crew Clawed both. And then the only other spell that even, like, I didn't even draw a cantrip. I didn't draw a single cantrip that game. The only other cantrip or card advantage I drew was Archmage's Charm, which drew 2 dead cards. Every other card I drew the game was either a land, a discounter, or an untapper, which I think is the only thing that doesn't redraw. And it's like 22 lands, 8 untappers, 6 discounters, that's 36. Oh, and Harrow, so that's actually 40. So and I drew Harrow, right? Like once. So I guess I only have 20 draw spells, maybe... Yeah, I probably shouldn't play that many Harrows. That's probably part of the problem. That is every green, every forest in my deck. I guess it's Sapphire. Could be a turnabout. Because this is just gonna die. Crew Claws. Okay. I have to Sapphire, I think. Let's bat into another one of these. Because I can't get rid of the green source, really. Maybe I can. I don't need 2 green sources to early harvest. Okay, that is fine. I can do one of these regardless. They probably take bond. Yeah, it's gotta be bond. No reason to take pieces, really. I guess they care about me going pieces into another, like, 3-drop. Like, another pieces, a dig through time. Let's go bond here. We'll hit at least 1 instant or sorcery. I was not lying. I kind of just want to play the Slate anyway, though, so that was a bad play. Taking Slate because I remember last game and don't just want to draw absolutely nothing. What do I get rid of if they play an agent? I don't even know. I don't really have a good thing to do there. I guess, like, Slight is probably it. It's not Harrow, is it? It could be Harrow. So I want dig through time. Thank you. That does get hit by Kaya's Guile, so it's not as good as it would seem. It's kind of hard to like play it as interaction and then actually memory, since they're just holding up mana. Interesting. None of these cards matter anyway for memory. I honestly take the other dig anyway. And take the twin cast. Which is kind of weird, but I mean I have enough lands I can pretty much cast dig already. And it doesn't really matter that I can't cast it right away. I kind of wish I had any kind of untapper here, because it would just be game winning. I guess I just dig here. If they... So if they tap out of Kaya's Guile at all, I can just win. I could just play Bond Twin Cast, but I don't want to. This could definitely miss some things. Are they just not going to play Yorion? Because they want to hold up... I don't even know, but they're not even holding up Abstruse, or they would have already played it. So why are they holding up mana? Okay, they're just going to play Yorion, yep. That's very good for me. Because now they can't actually Kaya's Guile my memory. Though it doesn't even matter, really. Interesting. Is this the way to tap? I can never play early harvest regardless. So... I don't know why I did that. That's such a bad play. Because I might want to... Yeah. That's not a good play. I could have played Twin Cast again, though I guess I don't really want to anyway. Because I want Leak, but honestly I kind of did want to do that, so... Leak doesn't really matter here. They can't play Yorion. Like, if they play an Agent, I'm just going to discard Leak, I think. Or maybe I play around, like, Lost Legacy, Necromancer, whatever. But no, they would just play that first. To play around Leak. Though they don't know I have it. But they wouldn't... They know that would be my only counterspell I can play here, because I can't play Charm, I can't play Cryptic. So, am I winning next turn? I think I should be. If they, like, Guile... No reason not to leak that, because I would be discarding Leak anyway. So, yeah. So, now I can just go... I just play the combo. Oh, and now I just guaranteed win. Okay. Yeah, I could have definitely played this better, but... Yeah, I mean, they just had nothing going on. I feel like they should have... This absolutely should have happened last game. I just got super unlucky. It's like, they just had nothing. So all I need to do is have some amount of card advantage and actually hit some land drops. Possibly with the help of card advantage, and that just guarantees me the win. Because like all I need to do with my pieces is hit another pieces or similar. And Bond is like guaranteed to do that, so. Yeah, let's just go like this. What? Why did it not tap? Okay, no matter what they have, which is nothing, I can mana leak. It is lagging a bit. Maybe I should restart. It's not a very time-intensive matchup, though. Or deck in general. So I have no charm to win. It's just rise if the mill doesn't work. Okay, did they concede? Okay. Yeah, that should have been a 2-0, but... Interesting, they never had an answer to Sapphire. And presumably they have Abstruse, because what else would they play? Being on the draw is completely fine here. I almost prefer it. But not quite. Lyris actually very relevant in this matchup, just because of the snails and whatever. The sand is okay. So, Twincast is the first thing I'll pitch. The lessons from life, I mean, honestly, just being Harmonize is pretty good here. As opposed to being like, 4 mana, look at some cards, take 2. Like Bond is. It's actually better to get more cards just because of the discard that they play. So Sapphire would be a great draw because if they don't remove it, I can just play the draw 3. I do need to take the land here. And yeah, I can't actually do anything next turn, so I just play that. And it feels dig, I guess. So I'm getting rid of Twincast here. Oh no, I actually wanted... It's actually very relevant to have the Lyris, I think. I mean, I might be exiling a land if they play another one anyway. Okay, like, yeah, that's the upside. Just discard the Lyris, and then Lessons from Life. Put a land in play. No way. Why are they playing Persecute? What is that for? I was completely won. And they just pull out the Persecute. So what did I have? I had Bond, Turnabout, Bond, Dig. That was like lethal already. Wow. Like, why is that in their deck? What are they bringing that in against? My deck is not... Like, my deck doesn't actually exist, really. No one has played it other than me, and it's not a real deck at all. So there is zero reason to tech for it. So I have no idea why they're playing that. So what is it good against? It's not good against eggs. Like, it's terrible against eggs. There's no, like, combo deck it's good against. I guess for, like, control, you just take all their counter spells and similar. If they don't counter it, it's just a must counter, basically. But, like, what? Am I dead? I think I'm dead. They go Vent? 7, 9... No, I'm dead. I mean, I'll just hope they don't see it, because, like, I guess Dig could technically win. I guess I should Turnabout then. But whatever. There's no way I win here. Like, technically there's a line where I go dig into Turnabout plus Desire, hit the nuts off Desire. Wow. I mean, they just wanted it more. I don't know. That was super lethal. Okay. I don't know what's up with that, but okay. Alright, so I have no idea why they had Persecute in their deck, but... like, it's just blue control, I guess. I don't know. And yeah, it just farms this deck that doesn't really exist. I don't know. It's probably a favorite matchup anyway, but... yeah. I could have played more counter spells, maybe. Not really, I think I brought them all in, but... yeah, nah, I should have won that game 1, which would have just been a 2-0 if I did. I just got unlucky like I did the game before, and yeah, part of that is because I didn't have enough green sources, or green... it's because of the green cards that don't draw cards. I have too many non-card draw cards. Because I had 40 cards that didn't draw any cards, and only 20 that did. The most of the 20 are not cantrips, they're actually like draw multiple, or like desire. But yeah, I don't know. So I'm gonna cut the Harrows. Cut the Cynic card that draws 3 to Harmonize. It did look good in that game, but I just got persecuted, so... and yeah, I'm not gonna bring it to the 500 like I said I might. I'm just gonna bring Azorius Control. It's one of the best decks in the format, I guess, even though it's bad into aggro. Yeah, I'll probably make a video for the 500. And that'll be the only other video I make this season. I was gonna make a video for the kickoff. I actually did make a video for the kickoff, but I didn't upload it because I think I ran out of storage space when I was rendering it. And I didn't realize until after I deleted the original videos. Maybe I still had a way to upload it, I don't know. I just had been having a lot of problems with actually creating videos. And I didn't make the top 8 anyway, though I still would have uploaded it. But yeah, that's it for me.